This presentation is about the regions of Georgia. You'll see it's going to say Georgia habitats, and some of these are repetitions from regions that we've talked about before, and some may have slightly different names. So if we look at this map, we have the mountain region with the gray arrow here, Piedmont with the yellow arrow, coastal plain with this kind of brownish green almost arrow, swamp and marsh has a green, army green arrow, and the Atlantic Ocean is a dark blue. So each of these, the teacher is writing a letter to her students about the things that she saw in each of these regions. Dear students, I just returned from Georgia's mountain region. The mountain region covers the northern part of Georgia, right here. I spent time hiking the rough terrain, fishing in the cold rivers, and digging in the rich soil. The mountain region is made up of Georgia's Blue Ridge and Appalachian mountain ranges. The temperatures are cooler because of the higher elevation. As I hiked the many trails through the region, I could feel the rough, rocky terrain beneath my feet. I even stumbled on a few rocks. On my journey, I saw deer running in the distance, wild turkeys, foxes, and even a black bear and her cubs. One night, I sat by a campfire and could see the nocturnal bats. Nocturnal means that they are out during the night and sleep during the day. Come out to play. Fishing was my favorite activity. I caught tons of trout and bass in the cold streams. So notice if you were going to eat probably turkey, some people eat bear, believe it or not, deer. Um, then if you're going to eat fish, trout and bass are here. The Cherokee rose, our state flower, was breathtaking. Azaleas lined the path throughout the dense forest. Snacking on apples as I sat near the apple trees was very relaxing. I hope you get to visit the mountain region one day soon. Here we are, sort of in the middle. It's a Piedmont region. And the teacher writes, Dear students, I just returned from the Piedmont region of Georgia. The name Piedmont comes from the meaning foot of the mountain because this region lies between the mountain and coastal plains of Georgia. The Piedmont is full of rolling hills. They don't compare to the hills in the mountains, but are fun to ride a bike up and down. The forests, lakes, and rivers were so much fun. I enjoyed riding my boat on Lake Hartwell and kayaking down the Savannah River. As I walked along the lake shore, I noticed my feet starting to turn orange from the incredible Georgia red clay. Maybe next time I will try to make a clay pot. Possum, squirrel, Canadian geese, ducks, woodpeckers, and blue jays could be found throughout the region. So these seem like lots of smaller animals. Some people do eat duck. Some people even eat squirrel, so maybe that's what the Native Americans, if they lived in this region, would eat. These animals found shelter in the huge oak, pine, and hickory trees. That's good because the trees are something they could cut down to make their homes out of wood. Did you know that our state capital, Atlanta, is located right in the middle of the Piedmont? I plan to check out the city on my next visit to the Piedmont. Now we're in the coastal plain. Dear students, I just returned from the coastal plain region of Georgia. Wow, what an adventure. I was on the What an adventure I was on. The plain is a region with sandy soil and gently rolling hills. Parts of the region are flat. This is Georgia's largest region as it makes up half of the state. This region contains 110 miles of coastline, which includes beautiful sandy beaches. As I drove through this region, I saw wild boar, armadillos, deer, and even rattlesnakes. Again, some people eat boar, some people may eat armadillo, and some people do eat snakes. I saw fields of cotton and peanuts. Oop, they could eat the peanuts, and the cotton could be used to make their clothes. The soil is perfect for these two crops. There are huge oak trees that even have moss hanging from them. The sights were breathtaking. I hope you and your family are able to travel to the coastal plain region one day. Last is the swamp and marsh. Dear students, I just returned from Swamp and Marsh region of Georgia. This region is within the coastal plain region, and it's home to the well-known Okefenokee Swamp. The swamp gets its name from the Choctaw Indian word meaning quivering earth. The swamp covers nearly 700 miles. It is an area of land covered with still water. Plants such as cypress trees, cattails, and water lilies grow near and around the swamp region. Watch out for the alligators lurking around the swamp and be sure to wear insect repellent to avoid these pesky mosquitoes. So alligators, some people do eat alligator, so that could be something that they eat, but let's read on. Rabbits, otters, frogs, and raccoons can also be found in this region. People do eat rabbit, some people eat frog. The great blue heron was one of my favorite animals. The swamp is the color of tea from the chemicals produced from decaying plants. Although the color looks yummy, it's not safe to drink. The swamp was a fun yet hot place to be. And I said that was the last. I really meant this one is the last. This is the Atlantic Ocean. Dear students, I just returned from Atlantic Ocean region of Georgia. This was by far my favorite region. The Atlantic Ocean touches the entire east coast of the United States. Georgia's coast is lucky enough to be part of this amazing ocean. The ocean is salty water and home to many plants and animals. Shrimp, tarpon, redfish, sea turtles, and sand dollars can be found in the salty water swimming or hanging out around the beautiful coral, seagrass, and seaweed. So some people really like fish a lot, so this would be a great place for them with all these fish to choose from. The barrier islands run down the coast of Georgia and create the Intercoastal Waterway, a traveling area for boats and barges. Barges is a long boat that carries things that would be in the store or other goods, like things that we buy at a store from one place to another. Cars sometimes too, and things like that. I love sitting there to watch all the large boats come in and out. I collected a few seashells and cup of sand on my journey to the Atlantic Ocean. Next time, I hope I can go deep sea fishing. Would you like to join me? Okay, here's your turn. What region is this arrow pointing to? Okay, this is the, mountain region. Sorry about that M. U N T A I N. Okay, I'm not going to write on the next one. We're just going to give you the answer once after I give you some time to think about it. Which one is this one where the yellow arrow is pointing to? Okay, this is the Piedmont region. Piedmont. I will put a P there for you. Piedmont. What about this one down here, the largest one? This is the coastal plain. CP, coastal plain. What about this? Right down here. This is the swamp and marsh. Last one. right here. This is the Atlantic Ocean. So I hope you enjoyed this video.